Send Dizzy, Sacred Blood, CVT guitar lesson from my student and friend Jason. Before I start this, and it's tuned standard by the way, I just want to send out some prayers for my good friend Oz Fox, who's been in the hospital. Looks like you're released now, Oz. You got a lot of people praying for you. I love you, Jason loves you, and you got a lot of people that do. And more importantly, the good Lord above loves you, man. The Bible says he's the great physician. He's the greatest physician. So it looks like things are going good for you, and we'll keep you in prayer, man, and my subscribers as well. Send Dizzy. Oz, this is a great band, dude. I mean, the groove and the hooks in this are just insane. I would have liked to hear this on the Stryper album. You should do it. You should do it. All right, let's jump in. Section 1, 0 seconds in. Like I said, very groove oriented. A lot of rests. Open 2 on the top string. 4-3 D A. And then on the A string go 7, 6, and then hard to hear, but you hear mute A to 4A, mute A to 2A, pinch vibrato. In other words, that's a mouthful, but it's. And then 3rd fret E string twice. 5th fret on the D, just hitting the octave, down, up, down, up, down. And then you'll go 2E to 4D, so those are F sharp notes, the root and the octave. And then palm mute open 1 on the E to 3D. So that's the F and the octave. So and then this is quicker. C, C sharp, and D with the octave. The roots are going to be palm muted. So 3A to 5G, and then move it up a half step and then another half step. Okay, and then quickly you'll hear which is 10B, 11G, sliding up a whole step to 12, 13. Once you're there, go up, down, up, down. So it's a good experiment with fingering. It could be whatever you want. Alright, continuing on. 3rd fret on the top string twice, vibrato the 2nd. So you'll go. And then slide to 15 and slide back down. And then open E twice. 1st fret twice, 2nd fret twice. So in your tabs, Jason, pay close attention to the line with the X, because that's what you know that it's not ringing. In other words, you wouldn't want to go. It's okay, and then palm mute 2E, go to the 4D after that, and then 4D vibrato. So it's, and then I love this part. He goes. 5-4 on the D, 5-4 on the A, palm mute. Now, what I want you to do is move that back a half step and repeat the same thing. Now it's 4 3s. Fans blowing my tabs all over the place. Same thing, 3 and 2. Same thing, 2 and 1. So, try and do an open A. That'll kind of pause. And you'll go 5D, hammer to 7. Back to 5D, and then on the G string, a quick series of trills from the 5th fret G to the 6th. About 8 times, but just go for the feel of that. Section 2, 22 seconds in, 7G, we're going to bend. To 5G half step bend. 5D vibrato to or 7D vibrato to 5D. So, and then 5-3 on the A, half step bend. Pinch the 5. Of course, those pinch harmonics, you know, you can add all that stuff in later. That wraps up section 2. Section 3, 25 seconds in. This is the verse, and it's really cool how Oz set this up, or Tim, or whoever did this. If you don't know, Sid and Dizzy is two members of Stryper, Oz Fox and Tim Gaines, I think in the late 90s. And they really had the vibe of the sound that was going on at that time. I don't know why they didn't take off more. Could be management, who knows, but it's not for lack of good songs, because the songs are killer. So it's got this extended kind of melody. You'll go, oops, what happened to my tone? Here we go. You'll go on the E string, open, 1, 2, and then 3A. So it's, and then 2, 3, 2, E, A, E. 2, 3, E, A, and then reverse it, 3, 2, A, E. Okay, and you do that 6 times. And that's the part Oz is singing over. When you leave that, you'll go open 1, 2, and that leads you back into section 2, which was this part. Into section 3 again, which was okay, then back to open 1, 2 on the E. Okay, now we can go to the top of page 3, section 2 one time, so that's repeat, that's the new part, section 4, top of page 3, 1:39 in, just straightforward. I don't know, if this to remind me of any band in that time era, I maybe would have to say Soundgarden, but they're just power chords, 5, 7 on the EA, and just move it down a half step at a time. When you get to the F, go 1, 3, 3. It's a little fuller. You may have even overdubbed a higher F5 in there, but that's going to go 4 times. And then 204 times stamp, you're back to section 3, which is the groove, right? All that stuff. Next new part would be our solo. Where I labeled it solo might be a little bit pre-solo, but I went ahead and labeled it solo anyways. 306 is our timestamp. We're going to go 7G. So I love that little run. 7G to 5G, hammer 6, pull 5 to 7, 5D. Alternate pick, 7, 5A, 8, 5 on the E. So that's just pentatonic, right? To 3E. There we go. 5E, 3A, 5E, 4A, 5, 6. So back to that choppy element that they put through the song. So it's palm mute open A, and then go 5A slide to 7. 5D vibrato. And I forget who's the guitar player. I mean, obviously Oz played guitar, but I think the main lead player was a different guy. He's a good player. 311, we're going to 7G, bend, release, bend. And then pick 7. And then pick 5, hammer 7, pull 5. So on the D, go 7, 6, 5, 5, 7, G, D vibrato. Use that index as a shift, right? Don't go 317, 15B. We're gonna bend it. Pick 4 times. Whammy down up. 12 on the high E. Step and a half bend. That's what I call the Jimmy Page riff. you're going to bend it 3 frets, an E to a G. Then go 12, 11, 10. On the B, 13, 10. 13 B twice, bend, release, pull to 10. 12, 9 G to 10 B vibrato. So that whole run. Love how that resolves, right? Alright, 324, we're going to go just a little shred here. 15 on the B, and you're going to want to lower the thumb coming up there pretty quick. 15 B to 11 on the high E. So I'm going to go pinky, index, to 12 E, to 15 E. Once you get to the 15 E, upstroke, pull off to 12, 11. So it's... Oops. It's 4 times. And that index, make sure you're muting the B string. And it gets harder. 325. Goes 16 B, 3rd finger, down, up. You're going to go to the 12 E. 15 E, middle finger. Pinky, 20 E, pull to 15 and 12. So it's, that goes 3 times. Oops. It's tough. You have to practice that one. Unless we're going... I don't think so though, because then it's more like a sweep. But that's a tough one. 328. You're gonna go back to the page riff, the 12th fret on the high E, pull to 1110, and then 1310 B, and follow your picking to 12 G, 10 B, hammer 13, pull 10, vibrato. So it's great subgroup already. Even if you practice and then add a note. Just a good way to approach it, man. Top of page 4 out of 5 pages total. 14 G, pull off to 12. 14 D, slide to 12, pull to 10. And then 12 D vibrato. 332, we're going to go alternate pick this, 10-12 on the A and D, pull off to the 10D and then go 12A, so it's 10-12D to 9G, so 12 pull 10 on the D, 12 pull 9 on the G. So you end up with this. Oops. 12, 10 D, 10 B, 12 pull 9 G. Experiment with fingering on that. 12 pull 10 B to 12 B. See, we can practice going. You know what I mean? Subgroup it. 13 on the B, middle finger, pull to 12, 14 G, and then 12 B and G. So it's... And then bend the 15 B, you'll go. As you're holding the bend, pick the 15 E. Whammy, vibrato. So it's... Make sure you hear 2 notes in there, Jason. Alright, a little more on the solo. 338, 12 G, just bend. And then, some of this reminded me of Slash, some of his phrases.